Zone 1 Radio.
Meanwhile, in good taste, William P Hanley was finding out more about the inspiration behind the event by chatting to Sam Bompas of Bompas and Pa, the creators of the course.
So run us through the course then. Obviously being a radio show, we have to use our imaginations and be able to describe to the listeners how exactly it's going to pan out. So from beginning to end, what landmarks and how do they play an intrinsic part when it comes to the holes and the design?
So the whole course, its design motif takes some neoclassical architecture and ornament as its key feature. Now the reason for this is if you draw a line between architecture and cakes, that's where you end up. It's the cake spaces you have on wedding cakes that are the key architectural pieces of cakes. So we've taken those as a real starting point, and indeed. The very first hole you go through a couple of these cake spaces exploded to the size of Corinthian columns with the sign saying cake holes flashing in neon above them. You then wind your way through holes, taking in things like the Gherkin as a vast rotating final hole, Tower Bridge as water hazard, Nelson's Column that you shoot as a loop-to-loop, and some of London, other best-known icons like Big Ben, which looks, that's one of my favourite ones. It's like, if you've seen the film, was it Godzilla? Is it Godzilla where he climbs up no, it's King Kong. Climbs up the Empire State Building. Yeah. And you can be King Kong climbing up a cake representation of Big Ben.
Zone 1 Radio.
So first up, we sent our roving sports commentator and mini golf correspondent, Orlando Massive, to find Richard Gottfried, who's the current course record holder, to find out more about the kind of people who are entering the tournament.
Some wildcard players, so some players that have played the course before, some novices, and then there are other players from the British Mini Golf Association. So you've got the likes of Will Donnelly, one of the top junior players. You've got Chris Harding, former two-time world crazy golf champion. You've got the British #1 Michael Smith, who is over practicing on hole 2.
You see the Tiger Woods of the sport?
On the course, yes. Off the course, there's no high jinx the same as Tiger.
So who's the Tiger of the game off the course then, would you say?
You'd have to look at somebody like Brad Shepherd, I think.
Brad Shepherd. Do you think you should meet Vicky later?
Perhaps, or maybe Vicky should steer clear of him.
Zone 1 Radio.
So we're here with Brad the Fish Shepherd, crazy golf star. So anyway, how are things going for you this week? Have you started playing yet?
Yeah, it's been going okay, so I've just been practicing. It's the first time I've been here today. I got here about 3 o'clock, so I've been here about 3 hours and a bit. So just practicing, learning the course. It's going quite well so far. Reasonably confident.
What's this course like? Is this the Augusta National of the mini golf world?
I wouldn't go that far. It's quite a novelty course, but it's got some challenging holes, but it plays pretty well. The borders are quite good. It runs pretty straight, so it's quite a good course. Yeah.
So Brad, as a seasoned pro, would you like to do a Ken Brown walk me round the various different holes of this course just for the?
Yeah. Okay.
What's the story behind the balls, Brad?
Well, it's just depending on what you need. If you want one with low bounce, high bounce.
Right.
In this instance, I've got quite a low bounce one, quite light. It's called a Nefo 2. It's like a little globe, and that's a good one on this one. It tends to go in relatively often now.
Yeah. There's quite a big ridge, isn't there, in the middle? So
it is. Yeah. This one I'm playing off the left.
Yeah. Right. So what's par for this hole then, Brad?
Well, 2 technically is par for everything.
You've got an obstruction in the fairway actually, a rather large.
I don't play it straight. Yeah. Oh, right. So you mean that? Yeah. No, that's okay.
Is that a problem in the mini golf world? I mean, we've all had that problem, haven't we?
Patience is required.
Sunday afternoon, there you are trying to get up the fairway, and there's some woman in front of you, and you can't do anything about it.
It's just the way of the world. Yeah. But, it's made me quite patient.
Are there many female mini golfers though? Is it
not an awful lot? How many have we got in this tournament? 3 or 4 female players?
Generally wife and girlfriend.
Yeah.
The wags.
The wags.
They don't trust their husbands to go away on their own, so they turn up and play as well.
Right. Okay. So here we go. Brad's over the ball. He's lining up like a pro. Just take a few practice shots. Oh, that was beautifully played, if you ask me.
Didn't go in, but near enough.
So now we're going on to number 9, the final hole, which is either a penis or the gherkin, depending on how you look at it.
Both, perhaps.
Really? Yeah.
Well, I'm going to use a ball now, because I might not actually get this back ever. So.
What happens to it then?
Well, it goes into a little thing. I have to go and get the key from the hut afterwards. So
why does it do that?
yeah, it's to stop people stealing the balls on the last hole. A lot of crazy golf courses have a last hole that steals the ball. So this is one of those.
Crazy golf is a kind of theft-based sport, really.
Yeah. I mean, obviously the course owners have very little respect for the criminal inclinations of the.
Are there a few kind of crazy golf barons out there who are unfairly exploiting the working classes who are trying to play? Yeah,
everywhere.
You name them for us.
There's Mr. Chris Richards who owns the courses in Hastings. Yeah, he's made a lot of money. He's made a few million from crazy golf.
Should we get UK Uncut onto him? Do you think he pays his taxes? Is he the Jimmy Carr of the crazy golf world?
Okay, so this one, of course, straightforward short putt, but you've got the problem with the moving obstacle.
It's just the strangest thing I've ever seen. A man trying to get his balls into a piece. All about the timing. It's all about the timing. He gets it right. Glory. Oh, he's got it wrong. That didn't look very good. Now, will this be his Jon van der Velde moment? He's back to the tee on the 18th. He's very, very good round. So, he's reset, and he's going for it again. This to save par. Oh, and he's nailed it.
Slightly left.
Mr. Brad the Fist, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
That was 3 under par for 9 holes. That was magnificent, and we've seen phallic objects and things like Elton John's house on the way round. So thank you very much.
Zone 1 Radio.
Richard, would you be able to explain to us what's going on?
It's a playoff. There were 3 players tied on the same score after the 2 rounds, which was Alan, Nick and Michael. So we're doing a sudden death playoff. Nick and Michael both scored a hole-in-one on this hole. Alan got a 2, but we didn't get a hole-in-one, so he's now 3rd place. Michael has just scored a hole-in-one on Tower Bridge, so Nick has to get a hole-in-one on here, or he'll finish in 2nd place. So Michael wins after the 4th hole of the playoff.
I'd just like to first of all thank the 2 organisers of this particular event, Beth Adams from Bompas and Par and Richard Linden from UrbanCrazy. It's been fantastic, everyone's had a great time, so well done you. So now it's on to the prizes. Well, he was the bookies' favourite before the start of the tournament. He's almost unstoppable, this play. He just wins everything in sight. He's the current World Crazy Golf Champion and now the Crazy Golf Pro Champion of Bompas and Par and UrbanCrazy. It is the winner, Michael Smith.
And champagne.
Open it!
Lewis Hamilton everywhere.
He's got glass. on that.
Ray Allen with it. Can I just echo what Jon said? A big thank you to all the team here. For those of us that travel around the country, this is definitely the friendliest staff we have anywhere in the UK, so thank you very much.
Zone 1 Radio.
Orlando then went on to interview one of the organisers of the tournament from UrbanCrazy, who was also taking part in the tournament.
Oh, how did it go for you today, Richard?
Yeah, brilliantly. Really good fun. It rained a little bit, but only, not in as much as it stopped anyone from playing. And yeah, I had quite a bad first 9 holes. I got a score of 20, which is 2 over par. But then I had an amazing second round. I got 3 under par, ending on 15. So my total score beat the next novice who came second by one stroke, which was great.
So moving on from that then, for you guys as a company, how's this event gone for you? Has it been a great success?
Yeah, really successful. yeah, it's been really, really successful. You know, we came up here about a month, 6 weeks ago, and said to Bompas and Pa, would you like us to help you organise a competition? And they said, yeah, great. And over the last about 3-4 weeks, we've been emailing all the members of the British Mini Golf Association, and you know, trying to get as many people down here as possible. We're only a few short of our maximum, which was 36, and yeah, really, really happy with how it went. And Sam Bompas himself was here, and yeah, brilliant.
So for you guys then, in terms of, you know, how does this integrate with your existing brand then in terms of miniature golf? What do you think the correlation is there?
Well, it's brilliant. I mean, we do quite a number of different things within mini golf. We sell accessories, we build permanent courses, but we also take portable courses around the country. But to answer your question, we love everything that's wacky, creative, quirky, and linking in with a company like Bompas and Pa and playing mini golf on the roof of Selfridges is exactly that. It's exactly what we aspire to be. You know, a really creative a company that's moving forward, that's growing, and is, you know, gonna keep on getting bigger and better.
Fantastic.